So let's all just be honest. As gay black men, there are certain spaces that we just cannot go to, or at least we just are not welcome at. Now, I think for me, I took that feeling of not being welcome and applied it to too many people and too many places. In my previous video, I discussed this new awareness that has come to me. In this video, I want to talk about the new insight that I have surrounding this fear that I have, and the fear that I'm just now starting to really acknowledge and actually starting to feel in my body. Michael Singer discussed this exact topic in his amazing book, The Untethered. So in his book, he says, the natural ups and downs of life can either generate personal growth or create personal fears. Which of these dominates is completely dependent upon how we view change. Change can be viewed as either exciting or frightening, but regardless of how we view it, we must all face the fact that change is the very nature of life. If you have a lot of fear, you won't like change. You'll try to create a world around you that is predictable, controllable, and definable. You'll try to create a world that does not stimulate your fear. So you utilize the mind in an attempt to manipulate life for the purpose of not feeling fear. This is exactly what I was doing. In my head, I did not feel that it was safe or okay to be here. In an attempt to feel safe and that it was okay to be here, I resisted change. I tried to create a world that was predictable, controllable, and definable. The way that I do this most is to protect myself and guard myself from folks that do not accept me for who I am. Now, this started when I was a lot younger. When friends and family would reject me or judge me or show how they disapproved of me just because I was gay, I would in turn reject them and distance myself from them. And in a sense, I was staying in my own protective bubble. And this is how I went on, just staying safe in my predictable, controllable, and definable bubble. Fast forward to today, I now have even more stipulations to feel safe in my protective bubble. The biggest one being judgment. I have carried this one for years as well, but now it has gotten very intense and very specific. No one is allowed in my bubble, aka in my life, that has anything judgmental to say about my life. How I dress, how I talk, what I do, where I go out, who I date. If I sense any subtle sense of judgment, I withhold. I withhold by going through life attempting to create safety and control by defining how I need life to be in order for me to be okay. And this is why the world around me becomes threatening. It's me against the world, and I'm constantly on high alert and the defense. Singer goes on to say that when you have fear, insecurity, or weakness inside of you and you attempt to keep it from being stimulated, there will inevitably be events and changes in life that challenge your efforts. Because you resist these changes, you feel that you are struggling with life. Your definitions of desirable and undesirable, as well as good and bad, all come out because you have defined how things need to be in order for you to be okay. We think we're supposed to figure out how life should be and then make it that way. How do we come up with the notion that life is not okay just as it is, or that it won't be okay the way it will be? Reading this literally gave me goosebumps. In my head, I thought that I was keeping myself safe and protecting myself, doing what I was or needed to do to make this world how I wanted it to be. But in actuality, it just made my fear and anxiety worse, and it just kept me stuck in it. As Singer says, we all must face the fact that change is first of all inevitable and natural, and it's going to be both pleasant and unpleasant. And we have no control over that. And in trying to take control over that and resist the natural changes of life, we live our lives fighting against life, trying to make it be what we want it to be, trying to control it, and trying to just not flow with it. As I mentioned in my previous video, this is very exhausting. And I mean, I didn't even realize I was doing it until I just could feel my body just drained after all these occurrences of my just emotions and energy just rising and getting ready to, defend myself because of these perceived threats. Reading this book has definitely helped me to relax and not be as exhausted and drained. But seriously, how did we come up with this notion that life is not okay as it is? Why do we resist change so much when it is inevitable? I'm definitely gonna dive deeper into this stuff because you guys know I love just, talking about this stuff, writing about this stuff, reading about this stuff. Like, it really does spark my interest. But I hope that this is giving you some insights, made you look at things differently, sparked some fun, great, different thoughts and ideas and conversations in your world. And I encourage you to talk to me down below in the comment section. And of course, always remember you can DM me on Instagram at kier.michael. But yeah, just some very interesting questions and a different perspective that I wanted to bring to you all today. Definitely gonna come back to you when I get some more insights and dig deeper into this. Until next time, remember to be the change that you wish to see. Take care.